everyone. My name is Alexis May B. Memorial from Bachelor of Elementary Education Block 1, and I am here to discuss about interactions of energy and matter. Before we get to that, let's discuss about what is matter. So matter is anything that has mass and volume. Mass is the quantity of matter in an object. Volume is the amount of space an object occupies. Matter can come in all forms. Stars, your brain, air, peanut butter, sandwich, and a plastic soda bottle are all examples of matter. Matter is made out of atoms. Atoms is the basic unit of matter. Atoms combine to form clusters, sometimes molecules. So matter is all around us. Like for instance, this container. This container is a solid, just like what is in this description. Atom is the basic unit of matter, and there are three basic units of matter. There is solid, liquid, and gas. So what we have here is a solid, which is the container. Matter can be described by their characters or properties. Properties can be color, mass, volume, texture, transparency, flammability, electrical conductivity, heat conductivity, density, melting point, boiling point, index of refraction, malleability, ductility, etc. Matter can also have physical properties which can be observed or measured without changing the composition of matter, and chemical properties, which can be observed only when substances interact with one another. Examples of physical properties are color, texture, shape, mass, volume, density, state, etc. Examples of chemical properties are reactivity with acid, melting point, boiling point, electrical conductivity, head conductivity, etc. Matter also has intensive properties which result from the way matter is structured. All chemical properties and many physical properties such as melting point, color, density, texture, etc. are intensive properties. Extensive properties are volume, length, mass, etc. and they depend on the quantity of matter present. So matter can come in two properties, such as physical properties and chemical properties. So for instance, this container in physical properties has the color, it has the texture, the shape, the mass, volume, density, and the state. So we call this the physical property, an example of a physical property of matter. And then we also have the chemical properties. And when we use this, it is either when it actually comes by itself, whether like a food where it begins to rot, or when we cook something, it is a chemical property or a chemical change. So now we're going to talk about the interactions of energy and matter. So how do matter and energy interact? So energy is the capacity to do work. Two forms of energy where matter and energy interact are kinetic energy and potential energy. Potential energy is energy an object possesses because of its position. The reason it is called potential energy is because it has the potential or ability to make matter move and change once the energy is released. So when we say potential energy, it is an energy that possesses an object because of its position. Or it can move stuff and it can change once the energy is formed by that potential energy it uses through that matter. The next one is kinetic energy. It's a type of energy which only moving objects have. An example of kinetic energy is a bowling ball rolling and it knocks down the bowling pins in the way. So when we say kinetic energy, it is a type of energy which only moving objects have, like what it says, a bowling ball. When you roll a bowling ball, it is the kinetic energy that, because of its roundness, we can easily move that object around. Okay, another example of kinetic and potential energy is balloons. So balloons are elastic and store potential energy when they are filled with air, and that is true. When I filled this balloon with air, I actually noticed the movement it possessed and how it moved, and it became this shape. So it's a potential energy. And when the air is released, the potential energy is converted with the energy of motion, which is also known as kinetic energy. So once I release the air inside of this balloon, like so, like this one, it turns into kinetic energy. So that is all for my discussion of interactions of energy and matter, and thank you.